Hey, well done for finding this video. This is Go Battle Breakdown with Fish on a Heater, who is a leader in competitive Pokemon Go PvP. This is where we take a look at a single Go Battle League battle and break it down into little bits and pieces to see what we can learn from it and bring into future battles, hopefully become better battlers as a result. And if you like what you are about to see, then just a really simple thing you can do to help is to click the like button, because just a single click will help the video get discovered by more people and make the time and effort that we're putting in a little bit more worthwhile. Let's get into the battle. This is an Ultra League Premier battle, and we encounter a pretty darn bad lead. It is Jellicent into Empoleon. And just to illustrate, let's go Empoleon and Jellicent. With most of the Jellicent I've seen in Ultra League so far have been running Hex, Shadow Ball, Bubble Beam. And so a Drill Peck here is doing 22% damage versus a Shadow Ball doing 46%. So you can probably tank 3 Drill Pecks, and then the waterfalls in between. You could really only tank 1 Shadow Ball. And if we go down to the shield situations, look at that. We are losing every single one of the shield situations. So that is not pretty. Gallade doesn't do that much better. Definitely does better than Empoleon, but still, doesn't want to get hit by a Shadow Ball in the slightest. Venusaur, of course, does do pretty well against Jellicent. Jellicent can hit back if it's running Ice Beam, but like I said, most of the ones I've seen, I think all the ones I've seen so far since Ultra League came back, have been running Bubble Beam, Shadow Ball. But I'm sure you've heard the saying, never switch straight into your hard counter. If we switch straight into Venusaur here, they're just going to switch straight out. So we want to try and get the most out of this matchup here, because we can't just rely on switching Venusaur in and letting that do the trick, because, they'll just switch straight out and then, KO our Venusaur, and then we've got this Empoleon and the Gallade are going to be relied on to take out the Jellicent, which isn't pretty. So what do we do? Let's see how Gallade does. So Jellicent does win the 1 shield. And yeah, it's not pretty. We have to spend 2 shields here, and Jellicent has to not shield anything for us to win that one. And we really don't want to use 2 shields this early in the battle. Now, what happens if we turn off baiting? This assumes perfect baiting, which means they're building up to Shadow Ball, throwing the Bubble Beam, and every time it's getting us. It's tricking us into using that shield unnecessarily. It is a little better if they just go straight Shadow Balls. So we win all the 2 shield situations. So that gives us a little bit more security, knowing that we can flip that. There's a definite way of flipping that matchup no matter what they do, and that is shielding twice. Actually, no, that's not exactly true, because it relies on them firing straight Shadow Balls. But we at least have a little closer to that state of, like, it's only our decisions that we're relying on by shielding twice here. So I guess the next thing to try is chipping away some health with Empoleon before switching into Gallade. I think that might be a way to go. So this is running no baits, and we are just winning the 2 0 shields if they don't run baits, if they don't try and bait. Now, there is no way on Earth that they're going to shield the first Drill Peck. So we can just take that out right now. What if we shield the Shadow Ball and then switch straight out into Gallade after that? So they're on 123 HP. and 5 energy. So Gallade wins that one, and that's without baiting. And that's a pretty good shield breakdown, I guess. We're winning all the even shields, which is really the one that you want to look at. And of course, we're winning all the shield advantage ones. We are not winning the shield disadvantage ones. And I guess in this situation, we are down to 0 shields, but they are down to 1 shield. So that's not the worst thing in the world. I guess the other option is we could potentially let the Shadow Ball go through on Empoleon before switching out. A little bit riskier, because then you're having to make decisions. Do we want to carry 2 shields into the rest of the battle, or do we want to? Are we happy to just have 1 shield and have a much healthier Empoleon? Keeping in mind that you will have to burn 1 shield on the Gallade to make sure that wins. So if you burn a shield on Empoleon, then you are, opening yourself up during the rest of the battle, which means switch advantage becomes so much more important. I would guess that maybe letting the first Shadow Ball go is the way to go. I personally have been seeing most Jellicent have been starting with the Shadow Ball, firing the Shadow Ball first rather than trying to bait first. If they do try and bait and you leave that alone, that is an excellent scenario for you. But let me just double check. If we go back to the fresh Jellicent versus our Empoleon. We go into sandbox mode. They don't shield a Drill Peck. And then they fire a Bubble Beam, which has not been shielded. So now they have 20 energy. So then we bring Gallade back in. And at that point, we lose the 0-0. Which is fine, because you really want to use at least 1 shield in that matchup anyway. But that is something to be aware of. They are going to get to the next charge attack quicker if they do bait you first. I think that actually makes it more correct, I guess, to not shield the move in this matchup against the Empoleon, because if it does end up being a bait and you've burned the shield, then you're in a bit of pain trying to win that back in your favor. I mean, it wasn't in your favor at any point, but it's even worse at that point. So let's see what happens here. We win CMP. We miss a bubble. And we don't shield? We don't shield. Okay, now, do we switch out? No, we just keep on going. So I think we end up letting this Empoleon go down. We do get another Drill Peck out of it. And we send in Venusaur. That's interesting. So, how much energy does the Jellicent have at that point? I'd be interested to see if we can farm down the Jellicent with Vine Whips before it gets to another charge move. Also, trying to farm it down with Gallade is a pretty good option too, because the Confusion's doing 14 damage apiece, which is about 7%. I think either way, we're gonna have to wear a move. So then it just comes down to like what is more valuable with energy and with shields in play. Like, I guess sending in Gallade here is probably better because if you send in Venusaur and you start burning shields on the Venusaur, then suddenly Gallade doesn't have shields to hide behind, and that makes Gallade much harder to use. So I think Gallade might have been the better option to throw in here. As you can see, we do not manage to farm it down. Big leave, because I don't think we saw the Bubble Beam at any point. Did we see the Bubble Beam? Hang on. Shadow Ball. Yeah, 2 Shadow Balls. We haven't seen a Bubble Beam yet. Oh, but it was only 3 hexes. So that's probably why we left it. So that's good for us, because now Powder Snow Ninetales comes out, and boy, is this battle just going from bad to worse. We do have the Sludge Bomb ready. It is a Best Buddy Ninetales. Let's see. No, the Jellicent wasn't Best Buddied. I thought for a second it was. I'm like, wow, they've got 2 Best Buddies here. So now we start using shields. How much energy did we have left over? And we win CMP, don't we? Oh, it's close, but we do win it. And so, for that reason, I'm very disappointed that we let this go, because we would have gotten to another Sludge Bomb and KO'd this Ninetales. Now, we've got 1 shield to play with. That's our best weapon at the moment. We basically have to close combat this Scrafty. Also, that was a triple XL team, which is gross. A close combat from Gallade does 76% damage, and the Confusions are actually doing a decent amount of damage because it's only single resisted instead of double resisted. I mean, yeah, we can't afford to like Leaf Blade them first. We have to close combat them straight away. We've got that 1 shield to spend. Definitely going to use it on... Oh, maybe we don't use it on the Foul Play. How much does the Foul Play do? 40% damage. I actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was a mistake to shield here. Because, say it's got like 3/4 HP left. So, what would it take us down to? Like, I don't know, a third HP? And we get to the close combat after that. Let's go Gallade with 40 energy. 40 HP, sorry. Against Ninetales. With how much HP did that have left? Probably like 120. But we have been debuffed once. And go. They've got no shields. And go. Oh, we do win that one. Snap. Close combat doing 67% damage, Confusion's doing just enough, and we were able to shield that weather ball. We are surviving with 4 HP left. Now that, of course, is IV dependent, but that looks like that was a better way to go, rather than what I did, which was build up to 2 confusion, 2 close combats, shielding this foul play, and then fire one after the other. It was close. It was close. And see there, I would have had that shield there. I would have been very low on HP, but I might have won that. Thank you for watching. I hope this was educational for you. I will see you in the next video.